What's your long game? What's your long game? Because life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So when I was younger, I used to have dreads. And I learned a valuable lesson in growing dreadlocks. It takes a long time to grow dreads. And you start out with a small amount of hair, and essentially you have like spikes in your head. And you have spikes for the year, maybe year and a half. And in the beginning, it's iffy. People are like skeptical. What are you doing? That don't look right. I mean, you get a lot of different opinions about how you look, how it's going to turn out. But it takes discipline, right? It takes discipline to twist your hair every week, grease your scalp, wash it, and to really take care of the dreads. You have to stay up on it. And just think about the long game. Think about 5 years from the time that you start them, how nice they're gonna look. And people's reactions change. People's response change. Because once you put the time in and put the work in, they look real nice. They're much more likable. So what's your long game? What's your long game? What is your life gonna look like 5 years from now? 10 years from now? And are you patient enough to have a long game? Nothing happens quickly. Nothing happens real fast that's sustainable. Whatever comes fast usually goes fast. Whatever comes fast usually goes fast. So when you're planning, when you're putting down the POA, plan of action, when you're thinking about your career, when you're thinking about your goals, you have short-term goals. Those short-term goals are to get you closer to your long-term goal or goals. Small incremental steps create massive production. Small incremental steps create massive production. We tend to think that things happen or should happen quickly. We tend to think that things should happen quickly because we may put some real effort into something for 30 days or 60 days. And if you don't see something changing, sometimes you get discouraged. A person gets discouraged. But you gotta think about it. You've been doing that for like a month. I mean, that's not really enough time to make a whole lot of difference in anything. You gotta throw your whole self at something. If you never throw your whole self at something, then you're never gonna get anything done. And throwing your whole self at something means that you understand that you're in it for the long haul. You're gonna be doing whatever it is you're doing for a minute. It's gonna take time, years. So, what's your long game? What you got going on this week that's gonna pay off next year? You can start something today and the payoff may come in 2019. But along the way, going through the process is where the growth comes in. It's where the learning comes in. It's where your long game comes in. Not everything is going to happen right away. A matter of fact, most things are not going to happen right away. So think about it. What's your long game? Just wanted to get that out there. Thanks for stopping by. This is my channel. My name is Pario. Channel is Pario333. And I'm going to talk to y'all in a minute. Peace.